This is just a quick intro to myself and what I do and an outline of the course before we get started. So like I said, I run an organisation called Well Within Reach, which in its broadest sense is concerned with the social and emotional competence of well-being and well-being of children and young people. So the way I tend to look at that is through understanding brain development, which obviously today's course is very much about, well-being, self-esteem, resilience, psychoeducation and learning. So you'll see in front of you my contact details here, my phone number, my website and my email address, which is jo@wellwithinreach.co.uk. So if you have any questions about this course afterwards, by all means get in touch. I would love to hear from you. And also for those of you who do use social media, you can find me on Facebook, Well Within Reach. There's a few pages for Well Within Reach, but if you look for the logo there with the face on, you'll find mine easily enough. I'm also on Instagram, which is Jo Well Within Reach, and you can find me on LinkedIn also, so just Jo Stockdale. So the kind of information that I share across my social media platforms is very much aligned with the kind of information that I'm sharing with you today. So I'd love to have you connect with me there also. So today's course is the Developing Brain. So I have 3 courses on this e-learning platform: the Developing Brain, the Adolescent Brain and the Vulnerable Brain. But this one is a really useful place to start, because even though it's very much focused on the brain in the early years, what happens to a child and a young person and then the adult they eventually become in the early years has an enormous impact on the way their brain develops throughout childhood and throughout life. So even if we're supporting a young person in adolescence, by understanding what might have happened in their early life and how those experiences might have affected them, it can really help us to understand what is going on with their brain now. So we've got 3 modules to this course, so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what those modules are, and when I introduce each module at the beginning, then at that point I will take you through the courses. So we've got module 1, which is the early years. Module 2, which is the thinking brain. So what we'll be doing in this course is looking at the different component parts of the brain. And the thinking brain, as you'll see as you go through the course, develops later. There's a different part of the brain that's in charge from birth and in the early years, which is what we'll be looking at in module 1. And then the final module, module 3, is the well brain. So we'll be thinking about the impact of well-being and all of the different experiences and different aspects that the component parts of a brain that can think well, learn well, do well and be well. So there is going to be a short quiz, just 3 questions at the end of each lesson, so 9 questions per module altogether, and you'll get the chance to any questions that you get wrong the first time, you'll be able to answer again. But they're there really just to ensure that you've absorbed the learning. So by all means, as we go through the course, take your time. If you need to stop, digest the information, watch some of the information again. It's really a very, very flexible course, so just go through the information at your own pace, do the quizzes at your own pace, and then hopefully by the time we get to the end of module 3 you'll have done all of the learning, which I'm going to try and share with you today. So when you're ready, just join me for module 1.